Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you've never seen me before, my name is Krista. I'm currently a medical assisting student in sunny California, and if you're not new here, then welcome back. So by the title of this video, you guys should have a clue. I said in my previous video that I have like a big announcement to make, and the day has come for me to announce my announcement. Drum roll, please. I've started externship. Woo! I am out of the classroom. School is done. The classroom setting's done for a little bit. Yeah, I started my externship. It was cool. Here's a little picture of my final grades that I got from the classroom starting now. Okay, so those are my grades that I got. I'm very proud of it. The C I got because I was sick. It was the morning class and I missed like 3 tests, so that kind of sucked, but it's okay. I'm still passing. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and enter a little clip of my first day of externship right now. Okay, so I just got done taking my last final for the semester, and now I am on my way to drive to my externship site. I won't be doing a full day because I got done with my test at like 1:30 and the office closes at like 5. So wish me luck on my first day. Okay, so that was my first clip of going to externship. I actually had a final that day. Like my last final of the semester was that very day. So my final wasn't until like about 1 o'clock-ish. So by the time I got to my first day of externship, it was like 2 o'clock. And then the office closes like at 5 o'clock. And so with it being in December and it being the holidays, honestly, I have not had like a full week of like a 8 to 5 days a week type of schedule. Because in the beginning, they weren't really scheduling me at once. I'm gonna start stuttering because I'm so happy. But they weren't really scheduling me like all at once. I would like work this day, have this day off, work this day, have this day off. And then Thanksgiving happened, and then Christmas happened, and now New Year's. So I think in total, I have my notes written down over there. But in total, I've worked a total of like 10 days. But like I said, it hasn't been like the full extent of the hour. Or the hours, like the full shift, I should say. Like for instance, for example, one day we meaning the girls from my class, we became friends, and did I even mention, I'm sorry, I didn't mention this, I'm doing an externship with one of my friends from class. So I'll call her M because I don't want to put her name out there, so I'll just call her M. So M and I are doing an externship together, and then M, me, and then like 5 other girls, we all plan to go out to dinner together, and the plans were made before we knew that we were going to do externship. No one else is doing externship. We kind of got lucky because the way it worked was we stayed after class to talk to our teacher, and our teacher got a phone call, and it was from a job site, and they wanted 2 externs. They wanted preferably bilingual. My friend M, she's bilingual, but I'm not. So my teacher asked like, hey, can you take someone who's not bilingual and someone who is bilingual? They're like, yeah, sure, whatever. So then we had our interview, and then I'll tell you about the interview later, because that was something different. Like I'll tell you about it later. But like, yeah, so I haven't had like a full work week to be able to like get the flow of it since there's been so many holidays. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a clip right now of my friends and I. We were supposed to have like 5 other girls there, but of course plans changed, and I'm just thankful that like we got to have a good time together and eat some bomb food. So here's that clip right now. I think she thinks she's like 12. She thinks you're 12. No, I'm just kidding. Oh. I'm so weak right now. There's a little hat. Little hat. It was so cute because when you go to Mexican restaurants, well, at least I can speak for California, you usually get people that are trying to sell you stuff. So that lady was trying to sell my friend a little donkey. That's funny. But anyway, so yeah, let me talk about the interview. Oh my God. So we both had our interview, Em and I, we both had our interview on the same day at the same time, but she was supposed to go first. It was at 2 o'clock. And mind you, I had to take a final. I lost my license, so I was freaking out. Like, I need my license to show for this interview. So, when I got done with my test, I had like an hour and a half gap. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go to the DMV, and then I'll go ahead and print out my resume for the interview, because I don't have a printer at home. I just use the one that's closest to where I live at Office Depot. So, of course, the DMV took forever, which is crazy, because when I know the DMV takes forever in general, but when I go, it's usually in and out within 15 minutes. But for this particular visit, it took an hour and something. Like, it took a lot. So I was stressing out, and I realized I only had like 20 minutes to get across town to get to my interview. So I was like, if I drive fast, I was like trying to like beat the freaking clock and beat the GPS. If I drive fast, I'll be able to go print this out, blah, blah, blah. And long story short, I wasn't gonna make it. I still had 10 minutes left, and I didn't even make it to Office Depot. And mind you, I was hitting every red light. Every train track I came across, there was a freaking train coming. So it's like, man, like, when it rains, it pours. So I just decided, you know what? Bring your whole laptop in. Just bring your laptop in. Your stuff is on your laptop. And because I don't have my resume on my phone to where I could just email it to the person that's interviewing me, I was like, just bring your whole laptop. So here I come with my big laptop into the office. I check in. Hey, I'm here for externship. This is my name, blah, blah, blah. I'm with this school. Oh, okay. Well, I was like, okay, how is it gonna look if because mind you, my laptop, the battery is broken, so I have to bring the charger everywhere I go. And my laptop's like huge. Like, let me see if I can show you. Hold on. This is a big laptop. It's big, it's heavy, and it basically has to like be plugged into work. So I was like, you know what, I'll just carry it with me. And then if she asked for my resume, I'll just tell her, oh, I just need to email it, or I just need to print it, whatever, right? So that's what ended up happening. The interview went pretty good. I told her that I wasn't bilingual, but I'm like learning Spanish, which is true, because when I was in school, I was like, the girls, they all spoke Spanish. So I was kind of picking up on what they were saying a little bit. The interview went good, and then of course my first day, it wasn't that long, so I didn't really like learn a lot that day, but yeah. I know the first day I seemed like real like excited, but then like reality just like set in. Like, I thought that I was gonna know this stuff, be trained on this stuff, work back office, but then I had a reality check, and at the office that I'm working at, we do front office and back office. And Em and I, we don't have experience in front office. For example, doing referrals, calling in prescriptions, scheduling patients, which, I mean, that kind of goes without saying. It's just a matter of learning the system that they work with, the computer programming, whatever. But I have experience in making schedules because my boyfriend has his own business, and I would schedule some people out for him. So, I mean, you tell them what you have available, they give you the time, that's it, you get the information down, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll see you on this day at this time. Okay, good, right? But like, I don't know, I didn't know how to like file. There's certain ways of filing, and then you'll be surprised how many phone calls a doctor's office gets. Like, I never really thought about it, but that's like the main thing, is taking the phone calls, knowing, like, just listening for key information from the patient, and like, or whoever's calling on behalf of the patient too. And then you have insurance people calling, and just people from different organizations that need certain things done, they call. So I was thinking to myself, like, hey, I didn't get trained in this. This is like medical office administration. I'm medical assistant for back office. But I'm like, that was how I was thinking, like, in the beginning. And like, I'll show you the little clip of me going on like a little rant. You know what? I'll go ahead and insert that now. I'll address that now. Okay? This is me going on a rant, and then me getting the flow of things during a lunch break. So hold on. Okay, so just got back from lunch and I feel kind of weird recording, but so far so good. It's just me and my friend alone in the office right now, so like I said, I feel kind of weird recording, but there's nothing going on, there's no patients. What I'm gonna go ahead and do right now is call patients for tomorrow's appointments, and then just confirm that they understand that they have an appointment tomorrow, and then pull their charts, and then we'll go from there. Cool. Hi, welcome back. So I'm on lunch right now and I'm a little bit confused. I'm gonna have to go back to my little notebook and check and see, but I don't know if this is like week 3 or 3.5, because my first week I wasn't really working like a full week. I just went in the afternoon and then the next day, and then it was a weekend. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I haven't had like a full Monday through Friday 5-day-a-week experience yet because of the holidays. There was Thanksgiving, there was just Christmas, and then next week is New Year's. So I don't know. I have like mixed emotions about it. I feel like it's good to be self-sufficient and to learn stuff on your own, but I also want to know exactly how that office runs things, like how they do referrals, what the doctor likes, what he doesn't like just, I don't know. But I feel like I'm getting the hang of it more better. I'm rooming patients and I'm doing a lot better. Like, I know last week I was shy. They would tell me to go room a patient and I'd be like, can I shadow you? Can I shadow you? What I really do need to do though is at the site I'm at, the main MA, she wants to watch us do so many she wants to see us do so many venipunctures, and I've only got a chance to do it one time on the other extern, and I didn't draw blood, so I didn't pass that test. So this week we had 2 patients, well actually yesterday we had 2 patients that needed their blood drawn. So I was busy doing the phones while the other girl who did get cleared to do the injection or to do the venipunctures, she was the one that did it. And then she was the one that was shadowing the main MA during a procedure that the doctor was performing on a patient. So far, I'm basically getting like front office experience, answering the phone, scheduling patients, doing filing, doing last scenes, rooming patients, and then going back to see what the doctor wants after he's done doing his evaluation on the patient. Oh, I'm getting better at calling in prescriptions. My only problem is that I can't really read the doctor's handwriting, and the main girl's been there for like 2 years, so she's used to the doctor's handwriting. I'm not. I'm still kind of learning. You know, he has certain ways of writing certain letters. What else? I'm really good at calling people back. It doesn't sound like a big skill, but I mean, it kind of is when you have patients calling that need to get their problem solved. You know, you have like, you're not dealing with just one patient at a time. It's like multiple. You're taking a phone call. Okay, yeah, let me look that up and I'll call you back. Okay, yeah, let me look that up and I'll call you back. Let me pull your chart and I'll call you back, and or whatever, you know? And I feel like I'm getting better at multitasking. The office I'm at is a family practice, but the office manager has her own business, and she basically does warm sculpting. That's where she, I don't know the technical term of it, I have it written down in my notebook, but she basically helps people burn their fat away and like destroy their fat cells. It's kind of like cool sculpting, but it's with hot tools. It's like warm. So yesterday I was supposed to be off at 5:30, but I was supposed to be off at 5 o'clock, but from like 4 to like 5:30 she was training me and actually letting me perform the procedure on herself. I was basically like sculpting her face, and I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard. But what she keeps telling me is that as soon as I get the technique down, the motion, the speed will come, because the device is hot. So if you're not going fast, or if you stop, it burns the patient's face or whatever part of the body you're doing. We do the face, we do the arms, we do the thighs, the stomach, the bottom, we do all that. So my first practice with it was with the face, and she said the face is like the most difficult. And I don't know why she's teaching me that first, but I'm glad. I mean, I feel like this whole thing will be difficult, but I think she's basically teaching me because the main person who's leaving. The main MA is leaving on Monday. So she's teaching another extern assistant how to do a lot of office stuff. Because I guess that girl I was talking about with the venipuncture, she already knows the back office pretty well. So she's teaching her how to do like the office work. Where for me, I'm learning how to basically take the client when the office manager isn't available to perform the fat melting procedure, if that makes sense. I'm sure, I don't know, I think that I feel like I'm learning one skill and then the other MA is learning another skill. So I feel like we'll just bounce off of each other once the main MA leaves. So I guess I'm not taking it personal, I should say. I'm just learning what I can. I'm asking questions. I'm writing everything down. I think that the main focus, though, is for the other MA to learn the office side. That's why the main MA is teaching the other MA a lot more things than what I'm learning. Like, I multitask. When I'm answering the phones, after I get off the phone call, I'm listening to see what the other girls are doing, or I'll ask, like, what are you guys doing? Like, what are you guys working on? What is that? But then again, you know, it happens. It's work where the phone rings and I go answer it, or the other girl that I'm doing externship will go answer it. In total, there's 3 of us doing externship. One of them is from a different school, and the other one is my friend. So yeah, I just feel like the other one from the different school, she's getting more attention from the other MA, if that makes sense. But whenever I have a question, though, most of the time the main MA, she'll tell me. So I don't know, I just feel like the first week was just brutal. Like the first and second, it was just brutal. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I still kind of don't know, but I am getting the hang of it. I asked the main MA, like, how long did it take for her to master running the office? She said it took her like a good 6 months, but she had to teach herself. There wasn't really anyone there to teach her, which is kind of crazy because like these are real patients and patients' lives and patients' referrals, and just patients have problems, you know, that's why they're coming to the doctor to see them. So I feel like you should always have someone to train you. That's just my opinion, but I feel like it should be a fact, you know. Facts! But yeah, I hope you guys had a good holiday. I don't know when I'm gonna end this video. I don't know. I have to complete 180 hours. I think I'm like barely on 40 or 45. I don't know. So we'll see if it gets better as time goes on. Again, I'm not really taking anything too personal. I'm just trying to learn as much as I can. That way, when it comes time for me to leave and time for me to like start applying, if I don't get hired here, I know what to do, and I know I basically have like the confidence in it. So that's my little rant for right now. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Okay, so those are my little clips. I mean, I wasn't really dramatic, but I was just telling it like it is, and I'm gonna keep it honest, you know? It was like, the first week was literally like hell. Like, we're like kind of thrown out there and we don't know anything. Like, by we meaning M and I, and then we also have the other MA that I talked about in the video. We'll call her J. Her name's J, okay? Actually, no, let's call her, I'll just say other MA. So we got M, we got main MA, and then MA, okay? And then there's me. So I don't know, I'm learning how to just learn, you know? I'm just trying to learn the most I can. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the office that I'm at, they're a family doctor, but the manager has her own separate business where she works on sculpting the body, like shrinking body cell fat and then tightening up the skin. And they do that for the face, the stomach, the butt, the back of the thighs, I think, for cellulite, and then the arms. And I actually I'm being trained more so on that than I am back office. And then because it's like she gets there at a certain time, so the time that she's not there, I'm handling the phone calls, or I'm working on rooming patients, or just whatever calls for that particular time. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like we're all over the place, but I'm the one that's like learning how to do the the warm sculpting and the melting the fat away. So, I mean, that's cool because I wanted to work in a dermatologist's office. I don't know if that sounds stupid if those two even go together, but like I'm learning information about how to, like, you know, preserve your skin, what to do. Of course, you want to drink your water, that just goes without saying. But the way I feel about it in a whole is that I'm just taking it day by day. Because like the biggest advice I can give you is that you're not going to learn everything the first week. You're not going to know what you're doing. You're going to feel like, oh shit, like what did I sign up for? You know, and it's scary because there's real patients that are looking at you like, do you even know what you're doing? Like, what are you even doing here? Like, why are you here? I want to talk to so-and-so. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to the main MA. And it's like, it's going to happen. That hasn't happened to me person to person, but I mean, there's been instances where like a person who's been there longer, who's I think she's hired, I don't even know, but she's in a different department. Like she was kind of like talking smack to a patient, and it's like, I'm right there, like kind of putting like the externs down, you know? And it's like, that's not cool. That's the kind of stuff I'm trying to stay away from, because I don't need that. I'm there to learn. I'm there to help the patients as much as I can and just try to make everything go smoothly. I need to get my hours done. I need to get my certificate, and I need to know what I'm doing before I get hired, of course. And then like if I ever choose to leave and go to a different office, if I don't get hired here, whatever, I basically need to know what I'm doing when it comes time. I have to know how to I already know how to room the patients. That's pretty easy. It was hard at first, but it's pretty good. I need to learn how to call insurance. I need to learn how to draw blood confidently and then give injections and then decipher a doctor's handwriting, because I would always see memes about a doctor's handwriting, but now I actually like those memes are true because it's difficult for me to read the doctor's handwriting. Oh, a big tip. You see this? You see this? It's like it's smaller than my face. You need to get you one of these when you start doing externship, because this is like your Bible for the MA world. You get to write everything down, and if your instructor hasn't told you this, hit them in the head. No, I'm just kidding. Don't hit them in the head. But if they never told you this, you need to get yourself a notebook, get yourself a bunch of pens, because everyone always loses their pens, and then you're going to be left with none if you keep giving your pens out. Get a notebook. Get a pen, write when I'm learning stuff, this is me. Right, because when you write stuff down and you go home and you're just thinking about work randomly or whatever, you're gonna refer back to your little notebook. See, look right here. This is what I have. I drew out stuff on how to work on the face to reduce wrinkles and to promote collagen growth. I wrote it down. I wrote down the type of motions. I drew out the areas. There's one eye closed, one eye open. Like, this stuff will help you out so much. It helps. When my teacher first told me about it, I was like, that's kind of nerdy. Why are you going to carry around a notebook? But no, it doesn't matter if it's nerdy, whatever. You need this notebook. Okay, you need to get whatever notebook you like. Like, I see notebooks that were like this size, go Saints. But whatever you're comfortable with. I got a small one because I shove everything in my pockets and it fits in my pocket in my scrubs. So that helps. You can get a regular size notebook. That might be kind of hard to carry around with you, but whatever you feel comfortable, whether it's fancy, whether it's not fancy, whatever. And don't worry about your handwriting, because I'm very like OCD with my handwriting, but when I'm learning something, it's like, it's almost like I'm possessed and I'm just like writing stuff like, and then I go home and then I rewrite it. That's kind of extra, but that's just what I do. Plus, when I rewrite it, it looks nicer. I learn it. You know, this kind of goes with the whole thing about how to study for pharmacology and all that. Rewriting stuff over and over again. Anywho, but when you're at externship, take this with you. Because for me, when they're teaching me stuff, I'm like listening, but then I'm not like, I'm one of those people that can stare at you while you're talking. And I look like I'm listening, like, oh, okay, yeah. Or I'm just like looking at you, but then everything you just said literally went in one ear and out the other. And I'm like, wait, what? You want me to inject what into them? What's the dosage? What's the HMO? You know, like, you have to write stuff down. That way you can remember things. But yeah, so another thing, look at this. You see this? It's my Fitbit that my boyfriend got me. last Christmas. It's a Fitbit, the Fitbit Versa. My manager is helping me lose weight. The warm sculpting I was talking about, she did the procedure on me and I lost 5 inches overall over my whole stomach area. So we had this little thing going on to where I'm gonna owe her. Okay, basically I have a lot of pressure on me. She said that when I get back from New Year's break, which is today and tomorrow because today's New Year's Eve, woo, but when I go back to work on Thursday, if I gained weight, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. So I've been on my best behavior, drinking lots of water. I plan on exercising after I upload this video and all that. And yeah, she did the procedure on me. She had to work hard because I got some area to cover. Like, poor thing, she was like panting while she was working on me. Anywho, if you guys are losing weight or trying to lose weight, or you've lost a lot, whatever, give me your tips, give me your motivational quotes, give me whatever you want to give me. I don't care. I don't have, like, my feelings are not going to get hurt. I know I need to lose weight because I have no health problems right now, but that's only because I'm in my 20s. Once I hit, upper 30s and 40s, it's going to just go downhill from there. I already know. So I really like to thank my manager for, like, helping me. But yeah, so that's another thing. Sorry, I hear someone at the door. Okay, so yeah, in a nutshell, I started externship. I'm starting this little weight loss journey. I'm learning a lot of things. Another big tip is stay professional, okay? When you go to your extern site, this is how I felt. I kind of felt entitled, like, teach me. It's all about me. No, it's not all about you. You're there to learn. Yes, they're getting free work from you, but at the same time, you're getting your hours done. And you can possibly get a good referral if they can't hire you or don't want to or don't have the capacity to hire you. You're going to get a good referral if you stay professional, stay on task, and just ask a lot of questions. No question is stupid. I literally, okay, story time real quick, story time. So-and-so from one of the departments at the office asked me to mail something out. I said, like, what, you want me to, like, email it, put it in the computer, scan it, and then email it? Like, what do you want? Like, I asked her professionally. I was like, what do you mean? She goes, mail it out. And I was like, I don't know how to mail. Like, she meant to, like, put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it and all that. So the main MA, like, took over and started teaching me how to do it. And I could hear the person that told me to do it. She was like, like, scoffing. I'm just like, that's freaking rude. Like, that's so rude. But I kept my composure. I kept cool. Me and Em, we vented about it later. Like, we talk, okay? We have to talk. Because, first of all, we know what we're going through. We know what each other, and plus, like, when I go home and talk about it with my boyfriend, he doesn't really grasp it because he's not there. At least me and Em are together and we can kind of, like, just vent pretty much. But yeah, so that was one of the things. So you're gonna get a lot of different personalities in the office, so just stay professional, stay on task, ask questions. I'm glad I asked because I was really gonna email it and go ask her, what email address do you want me to send this to? No, she wanted me to mail it out, like, put a stamp on it. Like, I've never mailed a letter in my life unless it was to Santa. Like, literally, I've never mailed a letter. So yeah, so no questions too stupid. Like, I ask questions for everything. Like, what's a progress sheet, or where should the progress sheet go, or when do I put a progress sheet in it? How do I schedule, stuff like that. Just ask, because it's going to make your life easier. If it helps you out, put it in here. The stuff I wrote in here already, I haven't memorized. You know why? Because I reviewed it, I wrote it, and I practiced it in the office. Whatever I have written on here, I actually practiced it. That's another thing. If you're going to write stuff down, take the time to write it down. Take the time to learn it. Make it go into your head. Open it up. Seriously. Okay, I'm done. So happy New Year's. Happy 2020. Do whatever you gotta do to stay organized. Whatever your goals are, I hope you guys reach them. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And stay updated, because when, not if, when I get my certificate, I'll let you guys know, and I'll show you, okay? Peace. For now. For now. I might have an externship update video, okay? But so far, peace out.